Good morning, traders. Let's go ahead. Let's get it started. Let's get you guys on over to some trading action. You guys know where you guys are at. Live trading with Benzinga. Give me a thumbs on up. We'll see if this market wants to hold green. It's been a green streak the last 3 days. Will we get a fourth green day today? Let's go ahead and find on out in live trading with Benzinga. Let's go. Sound that alarm.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
All right, getting it started here, and I'll be waiting for the live stream to start on YouTube. It looks like it's lagging a little bit there. Come on, wake up, YouTube. Wake up. You can do it. You can do it. We'll see what's going on there, but just going to go ahead and keep on going. Welcome to the show, guys. Let's go ahead. Let's dive on in. Let's take a look at the overall market, see what's trading on out there. Looks like the SPY trying to hold the 408s here. We'll see if it kind of holds the pullbacks here. I think that we'll get a red day today just by the kind of price action we've already had. We've gone up way too far, way too fast, and then that's what I always point to when I can see the reversal. We could just kind of look at the RSI. You can see how you're almost already back towards 50. That's kind of the middle way point between the oversold and overbought. I think this lets us know that we're about halfway, so we could see a tick right back down here. I think we're a little bit extended here, and I think we're going to go ahead and kind of sell into kind of the action that could come from the CPI. Of course, the CPI comes hot. It could get it all the way back down. So this is something on mind. Hey. What's up, Zunaid? What's up?
Nothing much. Just hanging out. Yeah, I was just waiting for the redirect on YouTube. That's what I was paying attention to.
Yeah, she's sleeping. There. She's sleeping. Yeah. No worries. She's sleeping in. Just
something I'm sure we all wish we could do. But what's up, man? How was pre-market prep?
Hey, another day, another dollar, ready to get into the market, and it wasn't too bad. There's really not too much news out there today. It's kind of more of a calming day. The only news that I think is important that some people are not really focusing on is the news that came out of Reuters with the White House plans to expand curbs on U.S. shipment to China for chips used for artificial intelligence and chip making tools. The Commerce Department aims to publish regulations based on the rules communicated to KLA, Lam Research, and Applied Materials. I think this is what's going to knock down the semiconductors today. So if you're looking bullish at the semiconductors, watch out, because I think this news right here is what's going to bring it down today. If we were going to look to see if they were going to come back, I thought it was going to be news of this, exactly this. It's what it really kind of entitles is that it tells me that there's going to be a battle for chips coming on up. And it's going to be a battle between the U.S. and China about that we're going to restrict the amount of chips that China can get because we want to take advantage and start getting in the forefront of the chip game. And with this, there's going to be some cost to it. What is it going to cost? It's going to cost these companies because they're going to go ahead and have higher costs because they're going to have licensing issues that they got to deal with China. And this is going to go ahead and kind of track the shipments. Of course, this is the U.S. trying to change the landscape out there, that it's not going to be chips made in, of course, China and all the kind of chips going to China. No, they want to restrict that. They want to go ahead and change it. They want us to get in the forefront. In the long run, I think this is going to have a major effect in the semiconductor industry, and China will respond. If they continue to see, curb shipments, licensing, you don't think they're going to fight back? You don't think they're going to be like, well, you guys are restricting the trade and causing essentially kind of literally like taking the money underneath their feet. Like essentially they're restricting trade globally. That shouldn't normally be something the US kind of supports, but in here they're starting to support it.
Yeah. I got you on that. It'll be interesting to see how all that plays out, especially this week. Well, I think we get CPI numbers.
Yes, we get CPI tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But I can start with my charts here. And number one that I'm looking at here is going to be Carvana. Looks like
Got
it
an
was,
upgrade.
yeah, that's exactly why you see it moving up in the pre-market. For me, support 37.50. You can see you have resistance there. You can see in pre-market, if that candle is to be believed, it came down and tested support. So in pre-market, if you're looking for kind of like a bounce play and you want to risk 50 cents or so, I think you can go ahead and get Carvana right over there, or a breakout above the above $40. So it's kind of the range that I'm kind of looking at. I'm going to add that here to my list on Carvana. ICE. This one had been fun to play for the last week or so. But we'll see if we can get a little bit more movement. You can see $21 is your resistance. So we're going to kind of mark it there in case it wants to look for a breakout. But in terms of support, to me, it's about $17. And you can see that you had resistance right around, where to go? Why did I pick 17? Oh, right around here. You had resistance 1 and then resistance 2. And then once it broke out, you saw movement to the upside to $21. So if it wants to come back and test that resistance, which I believe could end up being support, you can do that. If you want to wait for 15.50, that's another resistance area where you can see resistance and then resistance here in the after hours as well. So it just depends on how risky you want to be, how aggressive you want to be, but that's the range that I see it currently playing out in for that one. Looks like you've got SPPI, which is up about 10% or so after you had the FDA approving some stuff on there. And I'll read the report here later on, but that's just what's coming up on my little scanner. Maybe a breakout above 170, you could see something, but this isn't typically a stock that I trade, so wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but just something to keep an eye on there. Since Ryan's not here today, we'll try to cover some small stock or small cap stuff. But 300, you can see clear resistance, and I believe we could also then end up seeing clear support on this one on Tesla 300. It's above it. This was a fun one to play. And look at, we often try to talk about VWAP and previous closes, but something else that I've been testing lately is the 30-minute opening range breakout. And you can see it broke out, came back, tested it, and it kind of went chugging along to the upside there as well. This was a fun one to play on Tesla. We'll see if $300 holds as support on Tesla. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to go to E-Trade right now and put in an order. Tesla. Let's buy some shares at $300.10, even if after hours is there. Cool. All right. That order is in, and then I'll probably nibble some more if Tesla wants to get to, let's say, $299.10. That order is in as well. And then if it gets below that, I'm going to get out. So I'm risking about $1.50 or so on Tesla, hoping to get at least $1 on it, and then maybe even $1.50 or $2 on that one. Let's go ahead and see what else we've got. Ryan's actually, so we've got a conference, a cannabis conference in Chicago. And so that's where Ryan is. He won't be here today, tomorrow, and I think Wednesday as well. But I know he was very excited to hang out with you guys on Friday when he finally got his internet back. But unfortunately, he's got some big boy stuff to do out in Chicago to help out with our cannabis conference, which I believe we should be streaming some stuff. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm sure Mitch will have more information on that when he comes back. But let's go ahead and check out AMD. You can see resistance on AMD are around 85.60s or so right here, right? And so let's see if that ends up holding a support. To me, though, $85 is where I try to get in if you're looking for a little bit of a bounce play on AMD. If we go back to the daily, you can look at the drawings here. This was a trend line that I had well before. It looks like it's above that once again after it broke underneath. And maybe we can get some upside movement, especially if the market participates as well. But that's what I've got on AMD. Moving on to Nvidia, the 150 level, I think we could be reached there, especially if the market wants to participate. Right now, the breakout level is above about 155.50 or so. Let's see what this is right around here. That's the pre-market area. Yeah, I'd say right around 150, 145.67. But I do believe that we will see 150s. Look at that resistance, or excuse me, look at that support, which I think could end up being resistance. It could also end up being a magnet if the market participates on this one. So we'll keep an eye on Nvidia, especially if we get some options to come down We'll see how fun that could be. SHPH over 40 on this one, maybe even 42.50 if you want to wait for this breakout. But in terms of support, I would say the closest support I could find that I personally like is like $12, but that's way too down there. I don't think we'll get that today. But to me, it's $40 that maybe you can see a breakout above and have some fun with that one there. Checking out Apple now, you can see it's coming up to the 159.50s. On Apple, maybe 158. You can see a little bit of resistance right there, which could end up being support. Let's go to the hourly and see if I can get a little bit of a clearer picture. Not really anything there besides the 157.33 that I like. Besides that, I'm going to try to stay away from Apple. Maybe if it gets to the 160s, I can try shorting it for 50 cents or so. But besides that, nothing really in Apple that I like. SPY, same old thing, 407s. You can see resistance a little bit there. You can end up seeing support if you want it. 410, though, would be an area where I would go short and risk about a point on SPY if it gets up there. So if we start the market, goes up, shoots up, I would be grabbing some puts and risking maybe about 20% or so on the contracts and about a half a point to a point on the equity side on SPY. Looking at the Qs, similar story, 310 would be an area that I would want to go short just to see if I can scalp half a point to a point on that one. And then Amazon, nothing really here for me, but I will keep an eye on it in case it does decide to have a little bit of a move. And that's pretty much what I got. Mitch, what about you?
All right, let's start going through some stocks here. Like you guys know, I'm in that competition account and still battling. It's had a lot. Just to kind of give you guys the insight. I mean, you guys have seen me struggle with it. It's had a lot of problems in the platform. A lot of times not being able to fill in trades and things like that. So it's been a battle, but I'm still in the battle, guys. It's a 2-month long competition, so can't shy away from it. Just going to try to keep dealing with the issues. Right now, we're in 39th place. I wasn't able to take a trade on Friday just because of so many issues that were going on in the platform. I didn't want to go ahead and take any new trades. And I do agree. I did see in the chat, ABT, Frenchie, that was a good call. There's been a couple of good calls you've mentioned. It's okay. You guys can mention trades that you guys are looking for me to take there in the competition account. And I'm going to keep going. Of course, we got Oxy 65.71s, we got Gilead 65.39s, and we got ABC 148.63. Let's review those positions really quickly. Oxy getting some news there. And there's Warren Buffett, what I was looking for the whole time, guys. The whole time I was looking at Oxy pull back. I was talking about would Warren add to his position, and there he did it, guys. Adding to his position right around here now that he's owned 26.8% and could get more. I think he didn't go to 50% just because he was a little bit high on the daily, but I can't blame him for taking a shot here near the 50-day moving average. So I think he went off of that level. Now we're going to look for this to start coming back towards 70. I can sell some into 68 and 69 and then try to hold the rest for a bigger move to like 72, 73. Or I can sell it all at 70. I'm going to take a look at this. I'll kind of be watching it. Right now, I'm feeling a little bit more confident in the position, so I'm letting it work here. Of course, we're up over kind of $2 now on the name. We're up there to 67.34, and oil is going up today. So this is what's giving me the chance of getting that profit even today in Oxy. We'll see what happens. XOM's another one. We've talked about the 95 level. Would we get back and catch some dip there? We caught the dip there. Now we're pushing back to 98. If we get above 98, we're looking at a 100, and this is going to be looking good for oil to push on up. Keep your eyes on this one, and we'll see if it takes the next leg up. Of course, you can take a look at Chevron and names like that, but just to keep that in mind. Now, Gilead, our position's looking really good in this one. Guys, we got down in here. Give you guys the average here. Let me just review it so I can give you guys it. It's 65.39 here. So definitely a good move here, already up there to 68.35. The profit take was towards 70. So we're going to look to see if we can get up there to 70 today. And if we can, boom, just nail the trade in and out, nailing another trade here. Gilead, it'll be a really nice trade there. Why is it up? I'm pretty sure it's on the Bristol Myers kind of news on out there. I didn't find anything pertaining specifically to Gilead. So if you guys see that, let me know. I'll give you guys the Bristol Myers news. I'll slide it down below here. And this is also affecting Amgen on the downside. But we'll see if we can get through the 69 and 70 today. I'll take some profit and just run with it in Gilead. All right, I did take profit there on Friday in SEDG, but it's looking like it wants to set up for another move up above the 316. We'll see if that holds. 308 is what you should be seeing hold on pullbacks. Also look for EMPH. Can it hold on to the 300? On Friday, it recovered that 300. If it cracks 300 again, it could crack down. We'll see what happens in the solar game. You guys have heard me mention about the chip stocks and what I think is going to happen there. So if you day traders wanted to take a look, I personally like SOXS today as it's pulled back a significant amount. Now could catch the bid and then take the next lift there. One thing that I look at is kind of the 50% retracement level, right? Where does it kind of coexist? It comes right in between. This is the 50% and the 61. 61 is towards 43.50s. Above 50% is around the 45.70. So in between here is where I usually look for stocks to catch the bounce. We'll see what happens. It's kind of more of a day trading outlook, but not a bad one to keep on watch. Now for the competition was another one that I like here. I like ELV. This is one that I'm going to be looking at. This is a healthcare plan stock. I talked about this on pre-market prep. Doesn't look bad for a move above 500. Would like to see a pullback towards 490s here. But of course, we might not even get that pullback fill here towards the gap. A gap fill down towards 490s would be really great there because we could go off the 480s versus getting in here at the 500 break and then going off the 490s. The reason I don't like that is that I don't like where I risk and I'm in between the daily chart. I like to risk off the bottom of the daily charts when I'm long. And just like if I'm shorting, I like to risk off the top of the charts, not the breakdowns. I'm always looking for the rebounds to give me that good first profit take and then looking for the extension up with the kind of the reward to outlook. All right, so another thing to keep on watch, of course, energy is going to be on watch. Basic materials were jumping back last week. Steel definitely in play. Take a look at NUE taking off. Cleveland Cliff, X. These are all stocks that were really strong last week. Keep your eyes on them. Coal did a nice little pullback last week. Take a look to see if it takes the next step up. BTU is one that I'd give you guys. Really nice support coming in here now, starting to really hold towards around the 2250 area. We'll see if that can kind of hold the area right now and give another drive up towards the 25 level today. We'll see what happens there in BTU. Now to catch up from stocks from the chat. What do you guys got out there? Let's take a look. All right, we'll keep battling on out there. CNC would have worked out too. All right, let's see CNC. Not a bad outlook there. We're looking for the fill there. I still have the box. It still hasn't filled the box. It's not a bad look to look for a move back up towards 95, 96. And at least you have a bottoming around the 90s or 88 level to try to get that one. CNC. It's not a bad one to keep on watch. We're keeping all these ELV, CVS, UNH. They should all move up in the same direction. Now it's more of a matter of picking which daily chart you like. Cigna looked good here too when I drew this trend line. Look how it held the trend line pullback here on Friday. That's exactly what you want to see when you get above a trend line, holding the throwback look, and then keep on going there. We'll see what happens out there. All right, so when oil is up, normally we see the market come down. That's another reason why I'm looking for a downside move here. Great news from the market this weekend. Russian retreat continued from bordered areas. That's a good kind of headline there for Ukraine overall, but that's not a good, I think, headline for the market. Reason why is I think this just causes Russia to kind of go more intensely into getting those grounds back, right? And so they're probably going to be intensifying the pressures on Ukraine in the next week or so. So we'll see what happens there. That I don't know if that's really a bonus, if that's a good thing for the market. It's definitely a good thing for Ukraine, seeing them being able to battle back. I mean, we're probably team Ukraine here, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to affect the market too much. DKNG, I actually think this is the week that might see a pullback. I know that we were playing that easy play up, but I think it might have gone a little bit too far here. But I did hear some good mentions from, kind of betting numbers throughout the weekend. So who knows? Maybe it can get a little bit more lift, Chris. We'll see what happens there. Let's take some stocks from the chat here. I see BA, Boeing. Boeing's a stock that I would be a little bullish on. I know it's pulled back a good amount. So maybe you're holding on towards around the 150 level and looking for a move back towards 170. It's not a bad outlook. It's about 6% up from there and about 5% risks there. It's just not the biggest winner, I think, at the end of the day, but it's definitely stable. Less volatile name. All right, let's look out what else is being mentioned there. ZM, Zoom, not a stock that I like. I definitely would be a bearish outlook on Zoom, but hey, maybe I already have that bearish outlook on Zoom. What do you think, Zunaid? You like Zoom?
I mean, for Zoom, to me, it's all about long term. I have no idea because I feel like you're going to obviously get more competition from Teams and any other software company and all that stuff that comes out there. But in terms of the chart, let's take a look at it on Zoom. I think did they have earnings recently? I feel like
Yeah, that's what knocked them down.
there you go. Not surprising whatsoever. But I mean, they have been lower than the area that they've been in. I believe they got all the way to like the 70s. Yeah, 77s or so. To me, you've got about $84. That's kind of like a resistance area here. But again, right above that, you've got 85s as well. So bit of a downtrend, obviously, not something I'd want to touch in terms of investing. I'd rather look at something like a Square or a PayPal that's been beaten down as well. Matter of fact, we can take a look at that and see where that's at. Maybe if it's around $100 or so. So if it pops 98 on PayPal, you can maybe go ahead and get 100 as a magnet on that one. And then let's go ahead and check out Square as well. Square, $76 breakout above. Maybe you can see a little bit more upside. But yeah, Zoom, not something I would like to invest in at all.
All right, so just getting an update out there from the competition. Looks like they're moving the server to a higher duty server. So who knows? Maybe we get it a little bit better this week. We'll see what happens there. Now, another area that we can look at is I want to bring in here a scanner window here for us to kind of flow through different stocks and still try to kind of give you guys some insight here. So I'm going to be flowing through my S&P 500 scanner here. I can actually move it for a second there. Let me move it. I want to move it into our layout so that we can see it here. Let's move it to the left-hand side here. Boom. And then I'll be able to pull this to the right quick. All right, there you go. So you guys can follow along here. We'll see what we get out of this, of course. So we can look at stocks that have earnings coming up or stocks that already had earnings, which was KR. KR already had earnings. So we'll see if that can continue. Oracle has earnings today. X-Ray, Adobe coming on up here. So we'll see if these can get moving. I always like to pay attention to the stocks that have earnings coming on up, like Costco on the 22nd, 10 days. Doesn't look too bad for it to make a move before the earnings. So keep this one on watch. Nike's another one that I've been watching slowly get off the ground, and you can see a nice bottoming there around the 106 level. We'll see if this starts pushing back on up. Let's take a look at what's hit on the hardest on the daily RSI. So what is on the downside right here? Looks like Reality Income Corp. You got AT&T might get a little bit of a bounce back. Hormel is really weak right now. Dollar Tree is really weak as it got in that downturn with the earnings. Nvda still a weak one there. We'll see what happens there. Triple M, PG, looking at some stocks to see if some of these could bounce here. This one doesn't look too bad. Humana with a low RSI, yet a nice daily outlook, and even weekly outlook. If it can hold here, the support, get back up towards 500. This is not a bad one to watch this week. TSN, also one that's really pressured down, could bounce back here after it's pulled back a significant amount in the last couple of weeks. It's been like 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks down. Now it's starting to hold that 200 moving average. We'll see if it makes a move back towards around 81. Let's see what happens there. All right, DKNG popping into the green. I'm starting to catch stocks from you guys there. Sabrina wants to check out UEC. All right, we'll keep on watch UEC, of course. This is uranium stock. We'll see if it can take that next step on up. I've been focusing on URA because it's the ETF, so it kind of gives me a little bit of diversity versus just going after just one name here. Now that we've popped above through this level, we could get a pullback to 2250. So just be careful, at least for URA and probably LEC. Is it LEU? LEU, I think it is. That could be kind of moving with this one here. It's had a recent nice pop. Could pull back a little bit and then continue going on up. We'll see what happens with these uranium names. All right, let me go ahead and pop this out again. Undock. Boom. All right. All right, so let's get towards the open here, guys. We got about, what, a couple seconds left here before we hit the tape?
Yep. It looks like I've already got, let me see something. Looks like Carvana's gone ahead and crossed 40. So we'll see what happens with that trade. Let me see if I have any of my fills here. Nope. Still looking to take some Tesla at around $300. That hasn't happened yet, and the market is now open.
SPY coming up to start off. We'll see what happens out there. Got to pay attention to see if we can get some lift right out the gates. In energy is what I'm going to be watching. Some oil names right out the start here. See if we can get that lift there and potentially sell some into the push. All right, that ELV. Just taking a look at some stocks out there and seeing how they're moving out the gates here. Gilead, like to see Gilead take another step up.
That's weird. Okay.
DKNG getting a CNBC push. See you, DraftKings.
Let's see.
Nice little push out the gates there. Good luck, guys. Good luck out there.
All right. Sorry, E-Trade was giving me some issues there on that, but let me give me a second here. I'm trying to grab some calls here, but I'm having some issues with E-Trade. But all right, I'm in some Tesla 305 calls. Hoping for a breakout above pre-market highs on Tesla. Looks like we just got that. Let me get you my fill. Sorry, E-Trade is just acting up, so I need to make sure I got the right fill. 305 calls on Tesla. I got it at $5.42. We'll just call it 40 cents because I don't want to make my life any tougher. I was hoping to get the bounce from 300. Unfortunately, I didn't get that. So now we're going to play the breakout on Tesla and see if we can get maybe 305s if possible. Let's put up a $3. We'll have SPY here. We'll have Tesla here. And then we can go ahead and have Apple here as well. All right, there's Tesla moving on up to $6. I'm going to go ahead and sell some here at 6 on Tesla. And you've got the market. I mean, the pre-market highs are still like 409.50, so we're not even there yet. As Apple is strong, moving to the upside. And this is why you want to scale out, because those contracts that I sold at $6 are now coming back down, and they're $50 lower. And let's actually see. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. Let's see what the Qs are doing. Qs are around 309.20s. Oh, I forgot to look at my options here. See if anything interesting is going on there. Come on, SPY. You going to touch that 410 or what? LCID, let's take a look. Yeah, it is popping. Let's see. Nice little breakout. Looks like $15 held as support in the pre-market. And now that's moving higher. Let me see if there's anything interesting here. So the high on Tesla right now is 303.43s on Tesla. No. Let's check out Netflix and see if we have anything on that end. Nah, nothing there. Tesla now 302 is about your here, let me actually cancel my orders on Tesla that I wanted to buy at 300s. Let me go ahead and cancel those. And now maybe I can try to nibble a little bit on the 302s. So I've got an order to purchase Tesla at 302.10.
Success was such a nice move there, but I'm not doing day trades today, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But looks like the tech names. Look at Nvidia right out the gates here, guys. Pow. Hey Matt. Pow. Right back down. Qualcomm down. Micron down. Chips getting hit.
Come on.
Chips taking the beating. Target was one that I was thinking about long term, guys. I think this is setting up for a nice one.
I got filled on Tesla at 302.10s. I'm going to see if I can get 302.60s on Tesla to scale out a little bit. All right, to 302.60s, I'm out. Now we'll see if we can get 302.80s. Tesla coming down. Testing 302s. Now it's below 302s. Battling that area. Let's take a look at Mara. As you've got the $16 calls coming in on the ask on Mara. That might be one that I can try to play here. Let me go and put that in there. If you're interested in playing Apple, I think you can wait for the 160 test. So for me, you're kind of seeing some movement to the upside. You've got 160 50s. I do believe you can try to play the 160 test on Apple. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put it in order. Nope, not that many shares. At 160.05 on Apple. Market coming down. Tesla with it as well. Tesla to the downside. All right, we had scalp Tesla. I'm going to go ahead and sell this position now, though. Let's see what price I can get. I'm going to see if it pops over. I'll give it till 301.45s. 301.40s. 301.35. I'll be out on Tesla. So giving it till right under this EMA on Tesla. And we'll see if Apple wants to break out above 160 50s, but I've got an order to purchase it at 160.05 at the moment. Come on, Tesla. Come on. Looks like 301.50 held the support, but we obviously want more. My next out, I'm looking for around 303.80s or so on Tesla. We'll see if we're fortunate enough to get that or not. And 303.50 is your breakout area on Tesla in the early market morning that we have here.
All right, what's going on out there, guys? I see people talking about NIO, talking about Hood. Not much there I'm seeing right now. SPY coming right back down here as it did a little kind of bull trap there out the gates. We'll see if it holds VWAP now.
All right, there's Apple above 160.60s, and there is Tesla. I am all out of Tesla here as we go ahead and bank some profit on this one. And my last out is 303.83. 303.83 is my last out, where our entry was 302.10. That's about $1.50 of a move on TSLA. We are all out of Tesla now. Whew, that was a fun one. Oh, boy. Come on, Tesla. I think we could get 30. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I think we can get like 304.50s. We're about just a little bit away. It'll be interesting to see what the market does if SPY hits the 410 area. Apple still around that 160.60. Would have loved for it to come into 160s to give us a little bit of a play on that one, but don't see anything there. And looks like you've got more movement in WEN. This is one that Aaron and I, he played this one on Friday when we saw a bunch of options coming in. So let's see what we've got movement on this one. You've got Wendy's, $21 calls. I'm in Wendy's, by the way. I just got filled at 21.10. Might not have been the best fill, but we'll see how this one works out volatility wise. I'm going to give it till about 20.75. But you've got Wendy's $21 calls coming in on the ask, expiring this week, approximately $60,000 worth. And let's see what type of movement we get on Wendy's. My first out on Wendy's is going to be around 21.30s. So I've got that order out there ready to go. 21.22, 21.23s. Come on. Come on, Wendy's. Give me 10 more cents. I'm in a little bit too heavy, so I'm going to scale some here at 21.18s. I'm out some just because I'm in a little bit too heavy, so I want to de-risk myself a bit. And I'm glad I did because now it's coming down just a little bit, but I'd give it till about 20.80. If it breaks 20.80 onto the downside, I will be out on Wendy's. But yeah, if you go ahead and take a look at Friday, Aaron and I played this one. And I mean, you can just see the nice little upside move it had from the 1980s all the way to 2090s in a matter of 10 minutes or so on ticker WEN. All right, we're going to put Wendy's on a 5-minute chart here. We'll see how that plays out. Tesla's in the middles, Apple to the right, but we'll also keep an eye on the market once things get to that 410 level on the SPY. Oh, looks like there could be a potential takeover offer. Interesting. On Wendy's for around 25, 26 bucks. And let's see what AMC's doing as we got a little bit of movement there. AMC above 10. Oh, man. This one's tempting for sure. I just don't know how much move it has to the upside, but the fact that it's above 10 definitely gives me a little bit of interest on AMC, but I'm not going to play it. I'm going to stick with the stocks that I've got right now. Am I going to get my 304.50s on Tesla or no? Am I going to get it? Am I going to get it? Let's see how off I am at the moment. And there it is, 304.50s on Tesla. If you haven't already, I would definitely scale out some. I'd rather not drink the AMC Kool-Aid. I played that last January or whenever it was, though. Made some good money. My friends and I made some good money on that one. I think we sold it around 50s. We didn't get the whole 74s, but we got to the 50s and we cashed out. You know, I love my whole numbers there. But yeah, if you haven't scaled out, would definitely do so on Tesla. Carvana's above. So let's see how Carvana behaved. It broke out above the 40, came back, went all the way to 39. So definitely a volatile stock. It was not a clean breakout. So you already know if you're trying to get into this one, you're risking about $1.50 if your stop loss is going to be low a day on Carvana. A little bit of basing of Apple above the 160 area. We're currently trading at 160.60s. And now you've got Tesla looking to break the 305s. I would expect a little bit. Oh, my. All right. You've got some Tesla 340 calls coming in on the ask. Yeah, you got Tesla 340 calls coming in on the ask, expiring October 7th. So almost a month away. Approximately $500,000 worth on Tesla. So that's interesting to see for me. Let me see what else. So it looks like everything's starting to kind of go up to the upside. You've got Apple to the upside. You've got Tesla crossing 305s. You've got SPY.
I'm back. I brought the music back.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I got you guys. Jam hard. I gotta find something to trade here, man. It's quiet.
Yeah, no, I figured you were just paying attention to your trading account, so I'll just.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to, of course, having some more issues this morning. The daily issues.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, they really don't have their shit together.
Yeah, I kind of called them out on it, but
what'd you sell them?
Oh, I told them I was like, maybe fix the competition or admit that you can't fix the issues. This is horrible for your brand and it makes it really question your service.
Letting them know is Mitch. If you want to get in on Tesla, 303.20s could be an area, but you'd have to risk about $1 or so to the downside. But you do have some bullish flow coming in all the way to October on Tesla.
Am I blowing you out? Am I too
what now?
loud? Charles said I'm too loud.
Oh, when you come in and out.
Yep. Yep. All right,
What are
guys.
you
So
gonna
leading
do?
today, consumer cyclical, leading there, gambling, luxury goods, communication services doing well today, real estate doing well. A lot of areas that I didn't expect to do well. Banks globally doing well right now. So you guys can take a look at the banks out there. What's in the red? Basic materials is actually in the red. They had gapped up, now pulling on back significantly. What's getting pulled on back? Looks like coal getting that hard downside action right now. What's in the green? Well, the silver and lumber wood production. So looks like lumber really getting some lift today. WFG. You can look at EVA getting some lift today. So if you're looking at lumber, also I would look at Home Depot to probably get some lift with this. And you're seeing Home Depot up. Lowell's up also about 1.37. We'll see if this can continue making lifts today. And we'll see if the SPY continues on the up move, right? Right now, it's up to 409.89. We'll see if we get a swing back at 10 o'clock. Will that be a 10 o'clock topping? Right now, it's looking bullish right now. We'll see if it can continue pushing.
Let's see what we've got on Coinbase. On Coinbase, I'm going to try an options contract here, assuming it's liquid. It's not really that liquid. Damn it. All right, I'm just going to go short coin via shares then. I'm going to go short here at 82.12. 82.12 is my short on Coinbase. Stop loss will be 83. Crack. So I'm risking about $1. And my first cover is going to be around 81.63s. The only reason I don't love this play, and I'm going in with about 30% of my normal size, is simply because the market is moving to the upside. Matter of fact, let's put up SPY here. I don't have the courage to go ahead and short SPY here. Maybe I do. Let's see what the options look like.
I missed that entrance for ELV that I talked about at 490s. Just didn't even see it go down there.
We're going to try to be brave. I'm going to go ahead and get some 410 puts on SPY. If we break 410.25, I will be out, but I am in the 410 puts. I got filled at $1.49, currently trading at $1.44, so you can get it cheaper than me. Hoping SPY can kind of maybe come back 50 cents at least, but we'll see.
Chips are trying to bottom here. Let's see if they go back up through the VWAPs.
Come on. All right, looks like Coinbase is going to be a loser for me. I'm going to go ahead and cover Coinbase right here at 82.88. I shorted at 82.12. I'm out with a loss at 82.88. And I'm going to go ahead and cover my SPY loss here as well. I got into the SPY puts at $1.49. I am out at $1.38. So I lost about 11 cents there on the SPY as the market continues to the upside. And I was wrong about the 410 resistance. I'm going to take a trade on Snow here as it's trying to move to the upside on Snow. Let's see if I can play the $200 calls on Snow. I got filled at 264s. I'm hoping for a breakout above 192 on Snow. And there's the market moving higher. Let's see what Facebook's doing. or Meta. Meta to the nice upside. Snow we needed to get going as well. Come on, Snow.
SPY getting up there to the 410s now. This is the 50% retracement. It should find a little bit of resistance coming on up. We'll see if it actually acts as resistance or not.
If you're interested in NEO, you've got the $21 calls coming in on the ask, expiring this week, about $150,000 worth on NEO, ticker NIO. And there's Snow moving to the upside a little bit. Again, I'm in Snow contracts, which are up about 7%, but I'm in the $200 calls expiring this week on Snow, ticker SNOW, as you see Snow moving to the upside. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Where are we going?
To the green side. That's what we're going.
To the green side.
Well, if you're interested in Oxy, you've got the $70 calls coming in on the ask, expiring this week. You've got about a high of around 60.
Let's go, Oxy.
You've got a 50 cents to the upside move if you want to play that one. I'm going to hang tight in Snow, however.
Let's go, Oxy. Get on up there, Oxy. Make me some moolah.
All right, there we go. Snow moving to the upside. You've got a little bit of movement in UPST as well. Let's see what's going on with our Snow contracts. It broke through nicely in 192. Unfortunately, the contracts did not move as nicely. That's quite all right.
I want to see if Gilead could catch a bid here. It's been going down since the open. Tried to get up there towards 69, rejected at 68.88. Wanted to get towards 69 at least before I take profit. 70 was a target.
Looks like a lot of bullish flow, man. Even you've got Apple coming in here to the upside. You've got the 175 calls coming in on the ask, expiring October, approximately $500,000 worth. Yeah, a lot of upside movement at Snow now makes new highs. The contracts are just not moving on Snow. This doesn't make me feel good, but I'm scalping a little bit of Facebook here, but the reason I want to hold it is in case it wants to test the upper side of this trend line that I've got drawn, because that would end up being maybe around 170. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to hold on. I'm going to scale some Facebook here. Yeah, this Snow, man, damn.
Ooh, one that I was thinking about going for. It doesn't look too bad out the gates, which was a beaten down RSI named AT&T. It's gone straight up out the gates here. VZ. It's another one I was thinking about. Verizon. So beat down. It's bouncing. TRM bouncing a little bit. Adobe. Fine.
When contracts aren't moving, it's a fake out. Yeah. I'm at break even right now. I got in at 262. It's currently trading 260s at the bid. I'm going to hang.
Set01 coming back. CrowdStrike coming back. Pan W coming back there. Palo Alto, after a quick retrace last week, coming back up, trying to get through highs. Wake us up a little bit.
Come on. So just to kind of recap, the positions that I'm personally in are Facebook. I got in at 170.79. And Snow $200 calls expiring this week. I got in at $2.62. Those are the only two positions that I'm currently in. Let's see what AMD is doing. All right, AMD to the upside. Still negative on the day, though, so I'm not trying to touch that one here today. We are at the 10-minute mark now. Excuse me, the 30-minute mark in 10 o'clock. There you go. You got new highs on Snow. That's what we like to see. And the contracts are only up 8%. God bless. I think the issue is that it's too far out the money is the issue here on Snow. That's on me. Lesson learned, I guess you can say.
All right, catching in here. See what's going on out there, man.
Yeah, we've got some nice movement in the markets. I'm going to scale some Snow here. 285s. I'm going to scale some Snow at 285s. Just because it's not moving. And if the market comes in, I don't want to be screwed. So I'm going to go ahead and scale some at 285s on Snow. Ticker SNOW.
Hendricks, it's not time for that. Lay down, Hendricks. All right, looking out. What's going on in the world out there? Let's take a look at what's the biggest stocks up from the open here. Etsy having a really good day, guys. Etsy, not a bad looking chart there. Kind of cup and handle pattern off the bottom. Fortinet having a really good rebounding day. Meta continuing the grain streak. FedEx not looking bad either there, getting some lift. PayPal not having a bad day there. PayPal getting some lift there. I remember we were looking at this one on the pullback. It's looking good here for another move towards 100. We'll see if it can get up there that high. AAL having a good day there. Ralph Lauren even pushing on up today. American Express. Looks like Expedia getting some lift there. DBN, some oil names starting to get some push. Ross was one I was looking at last week. This one's really breaking out. Looks really nice here. I was looking at it when it was in this consolidation period on the 19th, and there it goes off there. We created this on August 19th that it was pulling on back there, and it found support around the 86, really taking off there towards the 95. Would look for pullbacks towards around 93 or 90s. But right now, Ross taking off, and not a bad one to watch with TJX. So those two have really started to push well there. Not a bad one to keep on your eyes. All right, healthcare not looking bad. Drug manufacturers into the green. A lot into the green right here and continuing the strength. We'll see if we get a turnaround, but right now, everything kind of going up towards the green side. How's energy doing today? It's not doing too bad. It pulled back right out the gates, and then now it's starting to recover. You can see it here. how the sector pulled back out the gates and went back to around 945. And then from there, we've been on an up move there. You can watch XOM kind of do a very similar move, down move out the gates, up move. Lithium down today. Well, it's not too bad, Sabrina, if it's just taking a pullback outlook. And so maybe lithium's some stocks that we can look for on the pullback. ALB was one that was called out earlier. It hasn't pulled back enough for me. It would be around the 280s, 285 there for me, but it is pulling it back right now. We'll see what happens with some of these lithium names today. What else is pulling back significantly? MOS down big there. CF down big.
Let's see what we got here on the SPY.
MPH looking interesting there, still holding on. RCL with a nice push, like it's trying to break out, but I wouldn't be surprised if those kind of turn around. But maybe inflation going down is a good thing for them. I know oil going down is a good thing for them. Running through some names here. NUE looking interesting. Steel name, right? So that's one of the steel names that I could play here. Doesn't look too bad. We're going to keep an eye out on this. I would need a big pullback in the next 2 days for me to go after NUE, but it's not a bad one to keep on my radar.
I took a contract here, just a single one. 305 Tesla calls. Got filled at 316. Currently going for 310. Or excuse me, I got filled at 616. Currently going for 605. So you can get it cheaper than I. The best entry, and the reason I only have one contract is because I'm trying to play a breakout and it hasn't broken out yet. So I'm kind of in no man's land right now. But if it comes down to around 303s, I'll add another one. But for now, I'm trying to play it a little bit riskier because I'm hoping for a breakout on the SPY above 411 and a breakout above 305 on TSLA.
PXD. Interesting pullback today. Warner Brothers. Is this the time to get Warner Brothers? Have you seen the House of Dragons?
I have not.
Not a House of Dragons fan. It's pushing a little bit. It's not too bad. Turn up.
Come on. There's Snow moving to the upside. New highs on Snow. And the contracts are up barely about 8%, which, I mean, I guess I can't complain if I'm putting on a green trade and taking profits along the way, but definitely was hoping a little bit more there. So the two positions I'm in is Snow, 200R calls, and also Tesla 305 calls, all expiring this week.
Lumen Technologies.
If SPY comes back to the 410 area, I'd be interested in going along there with a stop loss of $1. But to be honest, I don't even want the dip buy. I just want Tesla to go to the upside. Someone saying SHPH is going. Oh yeah, let's take a look.
One of
There it is.
the
moving to
favorite.
upside. I'm sorry.
It's one of the favorites.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to buy today. A lot of stocks have made kind of 3-day runs, so it's hard to buy on a 2-day outlook, especially with the CPI coming tomorrow. Have you ever been to Simmons in Gainesville? No, honestly, Bourne, I haven't been to Gainesville as often as I probably should have been. I've never really kind of hung out there too much. Honestly, I don't think I've ever even been to the University of Florida, even though it was right there. Close by. I've been to pretty much all the other major schools in Florida, but I haven't been to Florida.
Come on, Tesla. You gonna flag here and then go? I'm okay with that, buddy. You got ticker ARQQ that's halted.
All right. Gilead, what are you going to do? You going to bounce for me? It's bouncing now off the 67.50 area. Would like to see it close up to 69.70 today. Oxy pushing through the 67.50s, trying to get to the pre-market high of 67.94. Oxy looking well now, really starting to give it a nice push. Might take some profit today in Oxy and then leave the rest of it to run. Tallahassee's the way to go. Yeah, if you don't want to remember your night. Now, don't worry. I got some good reggae for us coming on up. 10:30. I'll make the switch.
Come on, Tesla. Snow coming in a bit here.
Yeah, a little bit. I agree with you, Sabrina. I don't even think I can rave anymore. I think I'll pass on that offer. But who could do the gloves? All right, market looks like it's starting to reverse, or what do you think here?
Well, let's see.
High
I
there,
think
411.
I mean, it's 30 cents off of its high. I don't know about reversing, but I am hoping that if it comes down to around the 410s area or the 409.70s, I'd be interested in going long.
Big thing is we're starting to get 3 5-minute candles there. That's why I start seeing a little bit of reversal signal, all in the same level, all the 411 right above it. So we'll see if it kind of reverses from there or not. Definitely a slow down moment.
Oh, definitely for sure. As Snow comes back in, Snow's VWAP is around 391s or so. And this is why you scale out, because the contracts that I scaled out are around 285 are now going for around 234s. I'm still going to hang in tight with Snow, not going to give up on it yet. But if it does break below 191 on this 5-minute candle, I will be out. If you are interested in what Mitch was saying about the market possibly reversing, you could try to go short here, but your stop loss would be above 411s, 18s on the SPY.
Yes, and Patrick Starr, I will give you guys the bad news. Unfortunately, we got the cannabis event tomorrow, so no live trading, but we will have some cannabis event content for you right here, guys. So you guys will get some access to the Cannabis Capital Conference right here on Benzinga. So, hey, and come around. I mean, I'll come hang out in the chat. I'll still be doing a little bit of trading. We'll get this going. Like
What about
always, we're going to
Wednesday?
keep going. Not Wednesday either.
What about Thursday?
We'll be back on Thursday,
Okay.
and then no Friday.
Cool.
So we get 2 days of
rest. I grabbed one more contract here on Snow. I got filled at 225s.
Patrick Starr, I mean, we could do kind of like a behind the paywall that we have. We could go to the membership and kind of put it back behind that, but we don't want to do that to you guys. So do us the favor, smash a like on up today, guys, for us not throwing things behind paywalls. We don't want to do that to you guys, but the only way we can keep doing things for free is when you guys support us by hitting the like and hitting the subscribe. Caleb, that's good then. You'll be right in with the cannabis conference. If you got cannabis every morning, well, there you go. And Becca, don't worry, I could see you. I could see you hitting the dance floor. I see you. I see you. Turn it up. Turn it up out there. All right. Oxy continuing on its up move. That's looking pretty decent now. We're going to keep an eye on ABC now taking a step up. That's what I want to see. So getting my stocks to get all into the green here now. Every current holding on the competition getting into the green here. So now we're going to be looking good. So try to take a step up. I do want to take some trades, but my biggest thing is the CPI report could knock us right back down. And a little part of me is a little bit too concerned to be taking trades here. I feel like if I have to hold for 2 days and I'm taking longs here, am I just asking for the CPI to just delete me tomorrow? And that's what's concerning me here. So I'm not going to take more open positions here. I'm just going to try to work the ones that I already have. So that's Oxy for the upside. If I wanted to, I could take another oil name. I was looking at Halliburton for a trade there. And Halliburton looks good setting up for a swing trade here. You guys can see the right-hand side. We held the pullback on the trend line here. And that's what I wanted to see. We held that pullback here. The low was right around that, which was a 29.75. That's where you held the pullback. Now you're getting that breakout above. I would look for pullbacks at 30.05 or 30 to try to get in, but it already pushed there to 30.40s.
On Snow, the contracts that we added at 225, I'm going to get rid of here at 260 on the bid. Oh, man, I got 255. All right, 255. I'm out on the ads that I had at 225. So money there as you get more consolidation of the SPY around the 411 area. So you can see we purchased it around here. We're getting rid of it here, hoping for a breakout above 193. And SPY to the upside would be great. Currently making new highs. We'll see if it breaks out of the 411.20 area. There's the 16s.
Hit the like button. Ripple Rich, do you want to check out a stock? Throw it on up. Appreciate the $10 super sticker.
Yeah, appreciate that, buddy.
Appreciate you, Rich.
All right, there's the upside on SPY. 411.25's there.
Ooh, still pushing. I see you. I see you. Oxy starting to push well there. Now XOM also. Look at XOM now almost a 99 there, guys. We've been following this move here. It held the 95. I hope some people were able to get that pullback. It's already made a nice kind of 4% move from that 95. You're seeing it up. Now will it get through the 99? Boom. What a move out today there from oil. Could have been looking at Gush also. And let's take a look also at some other trades on out there, but definitely oil with a nice one there. SOXS starting to reverse down towards the support. Let's see what happens in Nvidia. Will it take that next step up there? It's trying to get through the pre-market high. That's going to be the level to kind of keep an eye out for, 145.32. Nvidia reversing today from the red, now getting into the green. We'll see if tech can hold the green today. Plur is not a ticker. Of course not, Becca. HNST being called out. Honest company coming down fast there. Honestly, I think it's coming down. Horrible choke there. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. It looks like it's trying to pull back towards the $4 area. That's what I'd see on Honest. There goes Nvidia. Boom, says Easy. Yeah, it's reversing, that's for sure. SPY getting through that 410 level and just continuing the strength. This is actually really surprising, guys. I will tell you right now, from someone that was looking at this morning and had a little bit of a bearish outlook because we had gone up too fast, pretty much too fast in the short time frame, right? And now you're seeing it kind of continuing that push. This just scares me because it's either the CPI is going to come in super light or we're just going to get another smackdown. And so that's a little bit of dangerous moves coming into tomorrow. I'm wondering if this is more front running into the CPI, and that's what it could be. Very much a front run into the CPI, but it held really well today. Not even really testing yesterday on Friday's close, which was 406.19. We went down there towards pretty much, I mean, like 406 on some of these wicks, but it didn't really go back below 407.60s. So that shows it's a bullish day there so far from the SPY. We'll see if we get a flip down, but definitely it's been a really strong day in the market overall. Certain people that probably sold early into Friday are definitely kicking themselves a little bit today, but we'll see. It's a battle.
So waiting on, so the two positions that I'm currently in is Snow, which is up about 15% right now. I've got, with the buy, dip buy contracts and things like that, I've got my average cost at 250s on the $200 calls, and Tesla's at break even, and that's the 305 calls on Tesla. I'm break even as Tesla's consolidating above VWAP. Come on, Tesla. Apple's consolidating right below 162. We can show you that right here on the 5 minutes. There you go. Snow coming back down. Come on, there's Snow trying to bounce again off of VWAP. Tesla right above VWAP. And of course, let's see what the market's doing. Hasn't quite reached the 412 level yet. When did you see the $200 Snow sweep? Well, let me go ahead and get into Snow. Equities here. I got into some equity on Snow, small size, but I'm in at 192.30s. Tesla, come on, Tesla. Come on, Tesla. I'm going to get some Tesla equity. I'm a little bit too heavy to the long side, but I'll live. I got into some Tesla equity at 304.55s. 304.55s on Tesla. As we're hoping for a breakout above 305s. So I'm in 4 positions: Snow equity, Snow options, Tesla options, Tesla equity. Come on, Tesla. The consolidation phase is the most boring phase. I just want to know if I'm going to be right or wrong. If I'm right, great. If I'm wrong, let me know now. Take my money now. Don't make me wait. That's the worst part.
We'll see what's going on, guys. What's up out there? Enjoying the music? I see you guys. Turn it up. Thoughts on Airbnb, says DK England. I'll take a look at Airbnb. It's pushing. It's pushing right now. Let's take a look at the daily candles and then see where we can get to. A lot of what I've been looking on this is trying to get back up through the 130s. And the 123 was an important level to recover. Now that we're recovering that 123, I think you got to look for pullbacks towards that. And that's what we did today in the pre-market. We went towards kind of 123.30s, pushed off of this. So now the 130 is the next level to recover. Once we recover that, the big reason why I had that green line around the 120s and the 123 is you recover the IPO pricing, or where it took out the lows on the IPO pricing, which was the 121.50 area and the 121.50 area. And so now we're looking to see, it's actually not that day. It's 120. Yeah, it's 121.50 and then 124.50 that are the bottoms there. So we're looking now that we're recovering, and we had the kind of this rounding, and this looks like to me an inverse head and shoulders. If you're taking a look at this chart, you got the head here, you got the left shoulder, right shoulder. Now we're starting to take out the neckline, which is a move towards 130. I would look for a move towards 130 and then a retrace closer towards 123, 125 for a push back up on Airbnb. But also, depending on how do you see traveling going into the next year. If we're going to have a recession, do you think there's going to be a retrace in Airbnb? Could happen also too. But at least for the short term, I like the chart. It is starting to push back through.
Come on. Tesla looking to make new highs, trying to break up above 305s there. Consolidation, that VWAP catch was a good one. I did not get it. I got it a little bit above that. I got my entry in at 304.56 is my entry on Tesla. I'm up half a point, but that's not good enough. I want the breakout. We will see if we get the breakout. I mean, look at that consolidation right above VWAP there.
Breakout today was no joke. Breakout on. Who knows? What if we get a really light CPI and we're back up to 420s, 430s? Who knows? Nobody knows. That's the truth. Sad. Gas stations at my house aren't towards $3. I don't know that 1 in 10. It's not including me in there.
Yeah, I filled mine up around like 330s or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's what I expect. 330s, 340s. Yeah, that's what I would expect. Not 297. I don't know where you're getting that reading from. Maybe at a Costco or something. Breakdown and SPY coming. Just watch, says Chris. We'll see. I mean, eventually we got to get a pullback, right? I mean, it's been a really good day up. Were you guys able to get that DraftKings up there towards the high of 1825? Will it get the bounce now and continue going? Had a nice push out the gates there. ABC now starting to push there for me. This is a good position here on the daily. I would like to see it close towards 150. If that's the outlook that we get, boom, we're going to be looking really good for a move back on up. Also like McKesson with that ABC. So I'm going to take a look here to see how those stocks are performing.
Snow back to the upside. I'm going to sell some more here at 3. I got filled at 310s on Snow as it looks to test the highs.
There you go, Chris. Way to kill it. Oxy, will it continue going here? Holding a little bit sideways on the 5. Trying to see it make that next step up through the 68s. If we can get up to 70, we're going to be looking really good. Definitely some people making a step on up. The question is, will they sell today or will they get caught on the CPI? CPI is going to be something else tomorrow. A lot of people will be watching. Question is, did everyone just front run it? And will it come down on a good number? That would be interesting for it to come in light and then the market to come in down. That would be something else. Breeze earnings tonight. I don't know this one too much.
I'm going to try some
Raz.
PXMD here. I got filled at PXMD at 367s.
Might be a good day to report if we can stay in the green today, right? If we stay in the green, it might be a good day to report. CRM not looking too bad. Excel had a good day in the pre-market. Now it's trying to take a next step up. It's utilities. What's leading us now? Energy, consumer cyclical, and communication services. What's bouncing back? Let's take a look here. Silver having a really good day. Lumber having a good day. Gold trying to hold the VWAPs. So is aluminum. How are the railroads today with the strike that is imminent? So it looks like the strike is bringing some of these railroads up today. See if it can continue making moves. Stocks like CSX, CNI. Those are some railroads to look at. What else? Tesla to 310 says wellness matters. Not a bad one to keep on watch there. It's been an interesting level to kind of watch. I remember when I wanted this one at 270 on the pullback, got stopped out on that day through the 268s, but man, I would have held it to the 264 level, gave myself a little bit more room. It would have been a really nice move back up in Tesla, and it's holding the 300 pullback today really well. I like how it held that 300 today, and it just didn't even test it down there.
You've got PXMD. We got this one in at 367. Now it's trading at 410s. I'm going to go ahead and get some out here. At 410s, I'm out. Still holding on to a piece. I want to go ahead and see maybe around 420s or maybe even 430s or so. But that's a beautiful winner there. About 50 cents on a $4 stock. I'll take it. That is ticker PXMD on the right-hand side. And there's Snow making new goddamn highs. Let's go.
Let's go.
What I'm talking about. You've got Snow that we got in this one around 250s, 262, and I added 220s. I'm going to go ahead and get out some more here at 330s. I only got one contract left on Snow. I sold a little bit too much earlier on just because I was scared. I was a little bit too heavy to the long side. But I'm out some more on Snow, only holding on to one ticker here. And of course, I'm still in the equity side of things on Snow at 192.30s. I'm going to sell some of that here as well. But Tesla is the only loser that I have right now. Those contracts are down 4% on Tesla.
Gilead looking interesting. Of course, you guys know I'm already in this one, just keeping an eye on it because I got in it at a very low price. It's trying to come up and spike in the intraday. It's done already kind of the three moves that it could do here. It should hold on to a pullback towards these levels right around 67.50s and then come back up through 68. We'll see what happens. If it does break down through that 67.50, you could get a move down towards 67 and start giving up some of those gains. Just one that I'm keeping on watch. I see that PXD that you mentioned there. Not a bad one there. And that's oil and gas moving that one up. Running through some names that have been doing well with the market. SEG trying to make another leg up. ALB trying to hold that pullback there. Not looking bad there, that ALB. I know that a lot of people mentioned that one for a shot. Twitter coming back a little bit. Carnival Cruise trying to make another step up there. We'll see if it gets through this line here. Nice little balance there. Battle. Lumber stocks. I was going to point to that. There you go. Lumber stocks I would point to is EVA. EVA is the one that looks really good right now. Another one that usually is talked about is WFG. So this one's trying to play a little bit of catch up. So I would look for this one to kind of play a little bit of catch up, trying to make a move towards 90. But EVA is leading it right now. So if you wanted to take a look at that, that doesn't look bad there off the 200-day on the daily.
Just about 430s on that PXMD. Scale out if you haven't already. Entry on that was around the 367s. Still waiting on good old Tesla. That's the only loser that I have. As stated, is what's got me down here about 3% or so. Chris, you've been saying the SPY's about to dump hard. You'll eventually be right. But hopefully you haven't been holding on since the opening. INM being talked about. InMed Pharmaceuticals trying to make new highs there. A good entry was when it tried to curl up above VWAP. You could have had a stop loss below 14 for $1. But that's moving on up. Good. I mean, as long as you're sized properly, Chris, I think, I wish you the best of luck on your trade. The way that I trade is kind of like weekly. So I would have already been down like 50%, if not more, on this move to the upside if I had puts. This is why I say what I said. But yeah, if you've got something that works for your risk reward and your appetite, I wish you the best of luck on your trade.
Turn up! Little jam session right there.
Tesla, I need you to make a move, buddy, to the upside, downside. I need you to do something.
Yeah, right. I mean, it seems like we hit the pause button on the markets.
That's awesome. Good job, Sunhawk. Way to grab that trade. Make sure you scale out. Make sure you make some profits.
Hey, follow. I'm looking at some tech names right now to see what's going to happen there, especially like Nvda that's kind of stuck in this chart that tried to get back through the 45.32. Couldn't do it. Watch for the downturn now. I'm actually going to start looking at some day trades, actually. Just open up the account because I think this is going to be interesting here for breakdowns. I want to take some real trades here. Forget the account because I can only go long on that one. If there was a way for me to go some shorts, I would definitely take some shorts here, but we'll see what happens. Pump it louder.
Tesla coming down a little bit. Down about 7% on my contract.
Just grabbed a little bit there of success. That was 44.82. Willing to add to this position. Need a pullback towards 65s. So taking success here, guys. Real cash here. Let's try to make that money on the pullback. Like the bottoming of this chart. Started seeing Nvda coming down fast. Now I'm going to look for a pullback here that really add to it. Back into 70s, 60s. Holding well here. Might just break through 45s and just start running. Let's see.
A line in the sand for me is going to be 303 on Tesla. All right, there's Tesla holding that level from VWAP, but we needed to move on higher. As Snow is looking to come back up from the pullback. Making higher highs here on Snow. Let's see if it holds this little trend line here. All right, I've got futures trading in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to take a quick break, but I'll be back. Get some water. But again, the positions that I'm currently in is going to be Snow on the equity side. I'm in at 192.30s. The contracts, I'm pretty much out, just holding on one, but that was a beautiful trade for us. On the equity side, on Tesla, 304.56, and then of course the options, I'm in at 616 on the 305 calls on Tesla. So those are my positions. I'm going to hold them. I'm going to keep an eye on them while I do futures trading. Because I'm in a pretty good spot here. But I'll be right back, Mitch.
All right. I went and added there. Just didn't want to interrupt Zunaid there. I'm going to put Zunaid in the background here. Added on the SOX L on that pullback to 44.61. That's where I got that ad there. Now we're going to look for it to come back up through the VWAP, back through 45. Let's see if we can get that move on up and see the extension through 45 now. Let's see if we get that. I'll pull us towards the 1 minute so we can see a little bit closer action here. You guys can see where I got those ads in. So one's 80s and then one's here 61s. Average is towards 71 now. Let's see if we can take this off through 45 now. Of course, what do we want to see around, right? Well, let's take a look at some different charts. So we want to see like maybe Nvda kind of crack through that low again, crack through this trend line going towards 144. If it goes towards the high end, that could stop us out. Q's topping out. Is that a top out? Is that a hard top out here? And we're just going to start coming down fast. We've already made one candle that came down fast, but it held the VWAP and bounced. Let's see if it breaks the VWAP now. That's what we're going to be looking for in our trade. This is how you can be watching multiple charts to see how your trade's going. We'll see what happens here. If we could take that next step and Nvidia cracks here, we'll see. All right, I'm going to change the music on up here and change up the style here for you. Like always, we want to go ahead and kind of keep you guys going along. We changed up the music a little bit more exciting music in the morning, and I've been trying to kind of go into kind of a little bit better theme in the afternoon, change it around, guys. Do a little bit of different music. You guys can always give your suggestions if you guys have anything to kind of play some tunes. Like always, you guys are invited also to kind of run the show here. Like always, just give us the kind of the artist and the name, and I can definitely throw them up. All right, trying to get some stick figure on here. The new album. You guys know how we like our stick figure. Here you go, full album here. All right, getting that raise there to 75s there on SOX S. Not looking too bad there. Just keeping an eye on SOX S to see if we can get that push. Nvidia is starting to come down towards that 144. Let's see if we get that crack. I know you guys like the music. You know, I'll change it up though too. A little bit more calm music now as we get in through the kind of the beginning part of the day. Also keeping an eye on, of course, Oxy showing a little bit of topping out there in the 66, 67 area. Want to see a move through 68 so I can start taking some profits on it, but it hasn't made a big move up there. It's just holding right now. We'll see what happens there. Also watching my ABC position. Want to see that get towards 150 today. Gilead, what's up with it? Are we taking the next step up? Looks like we are. Looks like we just got that push. I was looking for this chart. It's not a bad one to keep on watch. If you like Gilead, just went through that trend line. Let's see if it takes the next step up. This is one that I've had, of course, since all the way back here around the 65. So we'll see if it takes that move on up through 69 today. All right, let's go back towards the action. Nvidia finding a little bit of a bounce there. We'll see if it takes the next step or not. SPY trying to find a little bit of bounce also. Staying in the green today, the SPY. Interesting not to see it come back towards the VWAP here. It's really holding up the market today. Interesting. All right, Mitch, can you explain how the moving averages change on time frames? Like if I'm looking at the 50 moving average daily, does the 50 moving average mean every 15-minute candles it should touch it? Yeah, so what you're talking about is also how do you calculate a moving average, right? And so when we move into time frames of, and let me lower the music a little bit here. So when we move into time frames of different moving averages, remember, it's calculating due to the time frame that you're doing it. So if you're looking at 15 minutes, now you're just going to be looking at the 15-minute average, right? And so when I look at moving averages, I strictly like to go off of daily, weekly, monthly moving averages. In the intraday, they don't really matter too much to me. If I am looking at a moving average in the intraday action, it's going to be an exponential moving average. You guys hear me mention sometimes the 9 EMA. Why do I mention the 9 EMA? Because this one coexists with the MACD. The MACD is more of an intraday indicator, and I'll show you guys the MACD here on the SPY. And so you guys can see how we can use it also. Here's the MACD on the bottom side. So there's the 12 and the 26 line. So the 12 line right here is you're going to have an average here that it's kind of battling here. The MACD is the 12 and the 26 moving average. So when you see it coming together, that's showing you that the momentum is slowing down a little bit. But what we really like to go off of is kind of the daily level outlook. Because you see how the daily level and the daily MACD changes completely once you go to the daily. Now you're seeing kind of a trend trying to go up through it versus a really strong trend on, let's say, like an hourly that's showing a little bit more reversal action from here. And when it comes close, it can give you that reversal. Across below the 9 is what you're using there. But if I am using the intraday, it's usually the 9 EMA, which is that 9, that light blue line, and the VWAP. Those are more of my intraday indicators. And so what I like to do is if I'm using dailies, that's where I'm using more of the moving averages like the 200 and the 50. The 9 is more for the intraday action and the quick moves that we usually see in the market. UNG, not a bad one to keep on our radars for another push on up. And it is taking a nice little lift here. I thought it would take a little bit of some rest period. It has rested for a little while. Now we're going to look for a move back above 30 there on UNG, but doesn't look too bad here. Battling here to see if what's going to happen in SOXS. Will we get the reversal that we're looking for? Qs are battling right now, trying to make a move up. We'll see if it knocks back down towards the VWAP. Same thing for the SPY. SPY here is just battling. It's all about, for me, watching this kind of Nvidia action. If we could get that crack right back down there, I think we get our SOXS move here. Let's see if we get the lift. Nvidia's in the middle there. Qs are to the left here. SOXS on the right-hand side. Looking for that nice little push. Let's see if we get it. There's Nvidia cracking down here. Qs cracking. SOXS looking good here. Now let's see it take a move towards 45. We'll take some profit at 45 and then look for it to really take on off back towards 45.50s and maybe even 45.60s.
Before I got Grammarly, I could sense that people didn't understand what I was trying to communicate in my emails.
Look at Nvidia cracking hard there. Market's probably going to be turning around the overall market. There you go, showing a little bit of topping action. Now we're coming back down through the 410s. We'll see if this can continue cracking down or not. All right, if you guys got tickers to check on out, throw them up in the chat. I'll go ahead and make sure that we check them out. SPY coming down fast here. Now we're up there to 44.86 here, 44.85s. Can we get the push towards 45 there? $86 here, 87. Now we're getting towards the 44.90s here on Success. Nvidia taking that next step through the 144s. That's a good outlook for us. Q's coming down fast. Apple, how's Apple doing? Starting to break a little bit, right? Same thing for Tesla. How's Tesla? Yeah, Tesla just gave that move right back down there below the VWAP. Now let's see if they recover or not. Nvidia looking really weak here. Last candles. Now we're pushing through that 45 area. Let's look for a push through 45, and I'm going to sell half of it here through the 45s. All right, looking for that push through. 45 just hit for a second there, and it just rejected from that 45. Looking for a move a little bit above 45, but it didn't really give it to me there. It just clicked it. I could have got out maybe 44.99s and potentially could have gotten it out there. Was just looking for a little bit of some momentum there at the 45. It didn't really give me that momentum. So just got to keep my eyes on it. Don't want to see it back up here through the 144.50s. You see the Qs break down through the VWAP, not bounce off the VWAP. That's what we also saw there. Lucid being called out in the chat. Getting some bounce today? Yeah, got the bounce. Remember, I was looking for this one to go down towards 14. It went to 13.86. Wasn't a bad outlook for my short from, you know, the 18s and 19s down to 14. I've been a nice 20% winner if you nailed that. Not a bad one. It is bouncing back a little bit. Where could this come to? I think it comes to 17, maybe eventually. Had a strong little bounce back, though, today. Definitely. Goldman plans on cutting jobs. Yeah, I could see that. Is it affecting their bank? That's going to pull back a little bit there. Here we go, 44.90s. Come on, can we get that move? Is where the heart is. All right, I saw someone wanted some Citizen Coke, so I got no problem. I'll help you out. Get some tunes on for us. All right, here's the 94s, 96. Can we get that push through? Rejecting again that 45 level. Give me a second here, but if not, just going to take some profit. Video coming down there. Q's just bouncing off the VWAP is what's keeping it here. Right here on this VWAP bounce. Still giving it the play there, even though Nvidia is really weak. See what happens now. Here comes the 45s. There it goes, ripping through. Boom, just took out half there at 45.05s. Now we're really getting that push. Now we're getting it above there. There you go, 45.10s. Nice look there for Success. Nailing that. Starting to get some downturn in the market here. Qs, will the Qs hold the VWAP? Nvidia's going and leading these semis down right now. So you can look at probably AMD breaking down fast there. Look at that breakdown there. Look at AMAT. That had the negative news starting to break down now. That actually looks like a potential short there for me. But I'm going to leave that alone right now. I'm just going to focus on the Success trade. Q's coming down fast. It's just hitting the VWAP now. Look at that extension. Now we're at 45.20s here for Success. Looking for that nice push. Remember, this was 44.71 entry. So now we're up about 50 cents on this. Let's see if we can get it towards the 45.50 level and then just take the profit off, run to it, and celebrate a nice little quick trade today.
All right, Mitch, I'm going to head to the other stream, but I'll see all of you guys at Futures Trading in just about a minute. See y'all later.
All right, heading out, Zunaid, he's going into some futures action. I'm going to wrap on up like always, guys. We'll see what happens with this Qs trade. Looks like the action's going well there for me. We'll see what happens like always. I'll keep battling here. I'll see you guys back on Thursday, but don't forget it. Tomorrow, the Cannabis Conference. Come on over. Check out some cannabis companies as they speak. We'll have some great presentations, a lot of great panels about what's coming forward. And if you're interested in investing in cannabis and you think that in the future, you know, we can get that federal legalization and there's going to be big money in cannabis in the long run, don't miss tomorrow's cannabis event. But now to get you guys on over, of course, to some futures action. Let me make sure I got my Dewey Direct set up there for you. Now to get you over to NinjaTrader and, of course, Zunaid checking out some futures action. We'll see you next time right here on Live Trading.